How's everybody doing, and welcome back to the channel. I just have something quick I want to go over tonight. Went and put fuel in my truck, and by my surprise, or to my surprise, I did like 14 miles to the gallon out of this tank of fuel. I have no idea what's up with that. I'm still running about 3 weeks at a time in between fill-ups, but I had 431 miles and 30 gallons of fuel, and I'm not doing 10% anymore because my speedometer is only off like 2 to 3 miles per hour. So, you know, these are 33s where I had 35s on there before, and you needed to add right around 10% for, you know, the oversized tires. Probably gonna have to look it up and see if there is an equation, or see if there is anything that I need to add for 33-inch tires, because I do believe factory size on that is like 31. I think it's a 265/70. So factory size on that is like a 31, 9.5. So I'm just gonna have to do a little bit more research and see if there is anything I need to add. If I did, it would maybe only be 5%, and that's still only gonna add a little bit and maybe bump it up to about 15 miles to the gallon. So I did have it kind of bumped up to 4x5 on my comp box because I was playing around, so that could be quite a bit of the issue. So I did bump it back down to 1x2 where I was running before, but the lyometer in my truck saying 18.5 to 19 miles to the gallon. So, you know, that is off quite a bit. But, you know, I was kind of going by what my speedometer said and how close it was, so I thought that would be just a little bit closer. I call it a lyometer because it is like 4 miles to the gallon off. So not real sure what's going on there. Anyway, it is what it is. I love the truck. You know, just my dad made a statement to me one time. He goes, I own the vehicles because I like them, not because of the fuel mileage. So it's kind of the same way here. I own the vehicle because I like it, not because of the fuel mileage. My wife's Charger, she only gets about 17, 18 out of it. So, you know, we have the vehicles because we like them. But when we do take her car on vacation and stuff like that, it does ride around 23, 24 miles to the gallon from here to Virginia Beach or here to Chicago, Myrtle Beach, wherever we decide to go. So her car does do pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Next thing, I say it a lot, Hot Shots secret. The coupon code CM73 is now changed over to Diesel Winter Anti-Gel. I just did my first fill up tonight and is using that, and I'm using that. So first link in the description is Hot Shot Secrets. Put coupon code CM73 in at checkout, and they will send you a free bottle of Diesel Winter Anti-Gel. There's their banner up there. Check them out. They have a bunch of different products. They also have, and I don't know if they have it on their website, but my magazine I get once, I think it's quarterly, I pick that up, or I get that in the mail. They do have the Franz oil filter. I'd thought about using one of those, but I'm just not 100% certain yet. It's a reusable oil filter, basically. I don't know. I may not sure yet. Anyway, other than that, that's pretty much it. I finally did get my butt connectors in. I wanted to go over these two. What this is, I got two pieces of wire here for demonstration purposes. These are a soldered connection, or basically it's a heat shrink. It's got a small little band of solder in the center there, and then these bands outside are for holding everything together. And then that's a heat shrink right there. So you solder it, you crimp it, or you hold everything together with them two outer bands there. And then basically the outer band goes by correspondent with size. Like this is an 18 gauge. Then it drops down. This is the blue, just like, you know, on standard crimp butt connectors. Then you have your yellow for 10 gauge. how these work is, I'm gonna use just a little torch right here. Primarily you can use a heat gun, but for time purposes, I'm just gonna use this little torch. You take your first wire, slide it all the way in, just so it's kind of halfway through the soldering band. You put that one in there too, just like so. And then you just start heating things up. Kind of even on both sides. Then you just let your you let your joint cool. And when you're all done, you have a soldered and heat shrunk connection. And it's actually pretty strong too. I mean, you can take it and sit there and it does not pull apart. So I use these quite a bit, whether this style or there's another style out that doesn't have the locking bands on it. I've used them both, but I prefer these just a little bit more because they're clear shrink tube and I can see that solder just a little bit better. The problem with using a torch is you got to go pretty fast on your heat. Otherwise it melts your heat shrink and basically you have an exposed joint then. But anyway, I just wanted to show you those. I think they're pretty nice. They work out really well. These are available on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. That's where I buy mine at. And this is a 50 pack, I believe is what that was. And I think it was like $13. And that is shipped. Available on Amazon Prime. Be a link in the description for that. So other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Just wanted to share with you guys the coupon code for the Diesel Winter Anti-Gel and also show you these soldered connections. That's what I wanted to use on my trailer. I was just waiting for them to come in. Really wasn't waiting for them to come in. I was waiting for myself to order them. So finally remembered to order them with some other stuff and get them here. So they showed up today and I wanted to share them with you. So anyway, if you don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already done so. Check out hotshotsecret.com. Don't forget the coupon code. It is in my description. And I look forward to seeing them guys at PRI in December. I think it's December 6th through the 8th this year. I'm going to be there on the 6th. And I think I'm going to go back on that Saturday, which is the 8th. So if any of you guys are interested, I think Saturday is actually open to the public. You can get in. Otherwise, it's vendor, purchaser only, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to be at PRI on the 6th, and I'm going to be there, I believe, on the 8th. It's only about a 3-hour drive, so if I decide to go back on that Saturday, I will let you know. But tentatively right now, I will be there those 2 days unless something else happens. So anyway, once again, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so. Share the page with your guys' friends, family, loved ones, whoever. I have reached 600 subs, so I'm pretty stoked, pretty excited about that. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye-bye.